On my 7th birthday, I was admitted to a TB sanatorium on the recommendation of a missionary who thought that I would better nourish there than at home. It was a nightmarish experience involving murder, haunting, and bullying from children who have had much tougher lives than me. During the 6-month stay, Mother came to visit once. I understood she had no time, but I couldn't escape the bewilderment of utter abandonment. My sanctuary was a seldom used playground. There were 2 metal chain and wooden bench swings. Swinging felt like flying. Getting up high and then jumping off was exhilarating. One day, the young daughter of the sanatorium's teacher was there with her father. I had never seen anyone like her. All the children I had ever seen were rough street urchins. She was groomed and fragile. What was even more alien to me was a parent watching over a child at play. Their presence made me uncomfortable, and I wanted to leave. As I jumped off the swing, she walked right in front of it. The wooden bench hit her head. The teacher flew into a rage and screamed at me. A sphere of burning shame engulfed me. I wanted to disappear. The village theater was filled with what seemed like everyone from the whole village to watch all the schools in the village competing against each other in a speech contest. I was sitting on a stage with the rest of the contestants, while each gave their speech in turn. My speech had been delivered. My face was in my lap as I was burning in a sphere of shame. I had just discovered I was competing against a boy whom I lost to 2 years ago. I was a 4th grader who lost to a 2nd grader. The whole school was laughing at me, and I had been mortified. This time, I was sitting on a stage to be humiliated in front of the whole village. Why did I participate? At the end of the eternal hell on that stage, the announcement came that I had won the trophy. The victory brought no sense of accomplishment. It was as if the balloon that held my life force had been punctured by the memory. To get to school, I had to take a 30-minute ferry from my home on the Kowloon Peninsula to the island city of Hong Kong. Most passengers took the ferry round trip every day to work or school. The city offered work and better education. The village that started as a refugee camp provided cheap housing. Everyone knew everyone's face, if not their names. One evening, when I was 12, the boat was lost in a thick fog for hours into the night. All were terrified of the possibility that we'll drift out into the dangers of the open sea. Many were crying, some were praying, and others made themselves co-pilots. The families on the peninsula were terrified of the possibility of losing loved ones. They sent out little boats beating on wooden planks in an attempt to guide the ferry boat towards the peninsula with sound. When we finally made it, the passengers were jubilant, and the pier was full of relieved family members. As I witnessed joyous reunions of family and friends, my eyes eagerly scanned the crowd for a familiar face. Please let there be someone waiting for me. My prayer was not for comfort after a traumatic experience. Life had given me no reason for such an expectation. My prayer was that that world would not discover that I was all alone. My prayer was not answered. Shame engulfed me. The pier became the plank of shame I must walk through in order to be safe from the eyes of the world. Why such intense shame? For the first time, I'm questioning what I had considered normal reactions to life circumstances. What are the rules that create my experience of life? When, how, and why were they created? Having learned through repeated failures that nothing in the external world could fill the void I feel inside, I started searching, not knowing what I was really searching for. Over decades, the search has taken me to sacred places, remote corners of the world, retreats, and spiritual practices. Thanks to the challenges brought on by the adverse reactions to the COVID-19 vaccine, I am, at last, gathering the courage to journey deeper inward, through the past towards the present. I must, once again, journey through that haunted spot in the dark. This time I will not run from the fear, but allow it to pass through me so I can be present to the light in the void. The light that was, is, and always will be there in you, me, everyone, everything, and everywhere.